Hey, welcome to the House of Hyjinx podcast, the podcast where I talk to people you know or people you should know. Today's episode is brought to you by Dirty Angel Entertainment. Dirty Angel Entertainment bring you top-notch entertainment since 2012. Music, comedy, shows, you name it, they can do it. Dirty Angel Entertainment bring you the best of the best all the time. We are here live in the Dirty Angel studio. I have one of my good friends and a super funny guy. Y'all are gonna love him. Please show some love for my guest today, Mr. Kris Cox. Kris, what's up? I think this is your second time doing my show.
I believe you.
Yeah. No, you did Pot of Portland.
I've definitely not been on Pot of Portland.
Okay, well, we definitely got to get you on Pot of Portland. We got to get you. Well, welcome to the studio. Thank you. What do you think? What do you think?
It is gorgeous down here. I love all of your lights. My favorite thing so far, though, is your yellow-handed.
You like that?
The joint. That's great.
Thank you.
I very much appreciate that.
Thank you. That's one of my. I got that. You know where I got that from Temu. It only cost me 8 cents, so that's the only reason I bought it.
When Temu's good, it's great.
Yeah.
But when Temu isn't, it fucks you real hard.
You got to think, like, you can't buy everything from Temu.
No,
okay?
it is like a few toxic relationships I've had, though, and so that's why I stay away from it.
Yeah, I just got a keyboard from there that I don't even use. My wife uses it, DJ Wildchild, who is our producer tonight. Shout out to DJ Wildchild back there doing her thing. Thank you. There she goes. That's DJ Wildchild. But I bought a keyboard that I really like. It's really cool. It gives you like the typewriter feel.
Okay.
Kind of a typewriter feel to it. Like clickety. It really has like the clickety click click click.
It's got the haptic feedback.
Yeah. And I got that and that light for like, it was like $9 or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, I fuck with Temu. Shout out to Temu on this one. I don't know about next time.
We'll see.
I just can't get everything from Temu. First off, let's get into you a little bit. First off, you are originally from Alaska.
Originally is a fun qualifier for that.
Okay.
But I grew up in Alaska. I'll give you that.
What was it like up in Alaska?
Awful. Nobody should live there.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I experienced 50 below once and immediately started having to come up with a plan to how to leave this state. Right? That's all it took.
50 below, that's all it took?
50 below once.
My brother stays up there, and he's tried to get me to come and visit several times. He's like, "Oh, you should come up here."
What time of year is he trying to get you down there? Up there.
It looks like it's cold all the time. So does it really matter?
That is not true.
It's not. Do they have? Do they get sun? I mean, I know they get sun, but do they get high temperatures, like 80s, 70s, 80s,
like hundreds?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never.
Yeah, we bounce all the fuck over.
Okay.
It is unfortunate, no matter what time of year it is.
So y'all are just a northern version of Portland. That the weather but not as cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I would say for about 9 months, right? There's a period of time where you only get about 4 hours of daylight a day. They're between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Hold on, only 4 hours of daylight. See, I would lose my shit. I would lose it.
Yeah, so is everyone else who lives in Alaska.
I couldn't. Yeah, I got like, is weed legal? Is weed legal in Alaska? Okay, well that's the only thing that would keep me going up there. I'd be so high in Alaska.
It is so expensive up there.
Is it? Wow. Now I've heard that too.
Our own farms, so I don't know.
I've heard that too because we've had a chance to get weed from different places. And from what I understand, Portland probably has the most reasonable prices for weed anywhere in the country. I mean, only close maybe Denver. But I've never been to Denver and I've never bought weed in Denver. But the other places I go, they're just too high. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Pacific Northwest in general, not just Portland, though.
No, okay, I get that.
Across the bridge here, you've got Main Street marijuana, and they treat us very well.
Okay, I never went there. I'm just something about tax. Okay, I'm a Portland. I've been to Portland a long time. So I do not like to pay tax, so that's the only reason I think I've never bought weed in over there. Plus,
makes sense, but
oh yeah, and they're prepackaged. They do a lot of prepackaged.
That's fair. But what I will tell you is that we get an ounce for $36 of what I would call about mid-shelf weed.
Okay, I can't be mad at that. I will say Portland does have and that's one thing about Portland. We don't have to wait to 420. Like everybody else is waiting to 420 around the country to get these good prices. We get these good prices every day.
Yeah, the
That's
Pacific Northwest
ridiculous.
knows what they're about.
Yeah. Yeah,
In
that's
this
the only
one
reason I'm here.
area.
That's the only reason I'm still here after all these years. And my wife. Okay, and my wife. But the weed is a big part of it. Now, Pig Racer.
Yes.
Tell us, okay, first off, tell us what a pig racer is.
Sure. So, for about 6 months of my life, me and another gentleman were living in an RV. Attached to that RV is a pig trailer. In that trailer is about 10 pigs. I say about because it does change.
Somebody becomes dinner.
No.
Oh, yeah,
but I mean, we'll be on our way through. Like, we had one pig that was an asshole. And
I think
it
all
started.
pigs are assholes for
No,
the record.
no. For the record, not all pigs are assholes.
Okay. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Not all pigs are assholes.
There are some very sweet pigs. I miss Strawberry every day.
Hey, DJ Wild Child, check the comment section. It looked like somebody has put a comment up. Oh, no, just over other side. See at the top, next to banners? Okay, nobody has commented yet. Somebody will.
That's fine.
Better. Okay, finish telling it. Pig farm.
But okay.
Pig racer.
So, for example, we had one pig that was an asshole, and what I mean when I say that is it would bite the other pigs' tails to the point where, like, one of our pigs lost most of their tail.
Damn, what the fuck wrong with this pig?
It's an asshole.
They have sharp teeth
I mean,
enough to bite off the tail.
yeah, I mean, are you... So, if you have...
Trying to
would say
explain this.
4 adult pigs, you can get rid of a body in about 24 hours.
I know that. Thanks for bringing it to my level.
Yeah.
They eat bodies. Oh yeah, that's right.
That's a whole thing.
It is, and I know it. That's what I thank you for reminding me. Word up.
So this is what I would do if I had one of those pigs that was being the asshole. I would purposely fry up some bacon and
Here's
just
the thing.
stand over there and just eat the bacon and be like, look, motherfucker. Let's
So
get
many
something straight.
people have asked me while I was on the road, now that you've worked with them, will you eat bacon? And I'm like, Strawberry will eat bacon.
Damn.
They do not give a fuck. It's not anything that's food. That's all they care about.
Damn. Pigs are cold-blooded.
So that's why our pigs, for the people I was working with, are about 8 weeks old when they come onto the trailer. And they're about 3 months old when we sell them off and get a new batch of pigs in.
Do you all have to go through a training process with the pigs, or they just know to get out there and fucking run?
Well, so there is a farm in Kodiak where
Okay.
they get their initial training within
Kodiak.
their first...
Kodiak.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I'm about to give out this man's address. In Eugene.
Okay.
There's a street called Kodiak Street, and I'm going to not give any more numbers there. But that's how I got confused.
Let me take the weed from them, ladies and gentlemen. It's
I know.
so not Kodak, Eugene.
There is a farm where they get their initial training. So they tell me. However, every time I've gotten a new batch of pigs, I feel like I'm training them from step one. Like, as a person, I grew up with a bunch of dogs. I had to say all this in my interview because he was like, why do you think you'd be good at this job? And I explained, stand-up comedy for 15 years, grew up in Alaska. I had up to 25 dogs at a time at one point.
Damn.
Like, my job was to take care of those animals. And he was like, cool, so you would know how to put shots into the pigs, say. And I'm like, that depends. Are these going into their ass or into their neck? And he's like, into their neck. And I was like, I can do it, but I'd want a refresher. And he's like, I can accept that.
Wow. When I think of training pigs, for some reason in my head, I see these pigs with tank tops and headbands on and like leg warmers and like getting stretched out before they go hit the track. Like, what kind of training does?
Here's the thing. I don't want to give out too many trade secrets, mostly because I don't know what exactly I signed in my contract.
Okay, so yeah, keep it as vague as possible.
What I will say is that pigs are very food motivated, right? So you have one treat for when they go into their pens, so that they know where they want to be going.
Okay.
And then you have food at the end of the track. And then, as long as they never think to go outside of the track, everything is fine.
Look, everybody out there that owns a business, you can do that with me with weed. All you got to do is put the weed, put it where I need to be at work. I'll go to work. I'll do my work. And then you put some at my house so I can make sure I get home, because I'm probably going to be high after I finish work and smoking the weed. So that's actually a good idea if you're a business owner out there. Weed is a lot cheaper.
That's fair.
And ladies and gentlemen, these are jokes. So please don't get in the comments and say some shit later.
But yeah, it was wild because we just show up at a fair, right? Get in touch with the contact on the way in, whoever that happens to be. Sometimes it's the CEO of that fairgrounds. And I'm like, oh, I have to talk to important people today. Sometimes it is the owner of a 100-acre farm that we're doing shows in the middle of. You know? It is wild, the people I have met.
And this is a seasonal thing, so it's just like from this month to this month, and then you're off, and you go back.
I mean, that is what I wound up with. I am under the impression that they have like one-offs throughout the year, but Bart also has a small fleet of children that he seems to be able to pull from to make things happen if he needs to. So,
who knew? Pigs. I mean, damn, I saw Charlotte's Web a couple times, but I never knew, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm going to be honest. The pigs we get are a particular breed. I'm about to do part of the whole show I do for them is explaining this pig breed. They are Gloucestershire Old Spots.
I didn't even know. First off, I didn't even know there were different kind of pigs. I thought a pig was a pig was a pig was a pig. No, I thought pig, maybe pig, hog, you know, but you know what I'm saying? You know, piglet, pig, hog. I thought that was the 3 stages of pigdom. So
I thought pigs were Pokemon.
They evolved.
Those are different.
they evolved. Got to catch them all. I didn't know. So educate me. Teach me. I had no idea.
Gloucestershire Old Spots originated in England.
Okay.
They were bred there for a while. I think somewhere in like the 1700s, they kind of fell out of favor. Eventually, they wind up coming over to the Americas.
See, that explains why that pig was an asshole. It was British. See, that explains a lot. See, if he would have told me that the pig was British in the beginning, I'd be like, okay, that's why that pig's an asshole. That explains a lot.
But all of the pigs are British.
Okay, well, he had a bad spot of tea. The rest of them
Okay,
cool.
that was a pretty good one. I'm going to give that points. That was pretty solid. I'll give it that.
So those are the ones y'all use for the racing? Are those the only type that y'all use?
Yeah, that's it, because that's what we do. But so they were almost extinct when Bart started the company back in like 1970 something.
Damn.
No, that can't be true. He's been doing it for 30 years now. I just think everything starts at 2000, and that's my brain doing it. I know what happened there.
See how they try to forget the 70s and the 80s and 90s? They just try to, you know.
No, what I was skipping was everything from now to 2000. That's what I was cutting out and then trying to do math from there. That's what happened. Because I will always think I'm a teenager, apparently. Anyway,
I feel
that puts him at like 90-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense, because 1996 or 97 is when I saw the All-Alaskan Racing Pigs at the Tanana Valley State Fair. And it was the last year that they did shows in Alaska because, much like me, as soon as they got enough money to be able to do so,
They got the fuck out of there. There seems to be a theme behind that. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
anybody is catching that, but there's a theme. So, okay. Oh, that's like, I didn't know that. I really didn't know there was different type of pigs. Like, I don't even eat pork. So I'm not vested in knowing about the pigs, but that seems like that's
Right, like
cool-ass
when
shit.
he started, there were, I think, 30 of these pigs left in the world.
And then they started breeding them in.
Yep, because he works with the Livestock Conservancy and started bringing these pigs to their attention, got them on their map, and so he works with farmers within the Livestock Conservancy, especially because these are like some of the smartest pigs, as it turns out.
Okay.
It also turns out they are like the Wagyu beef of pork. They are delicious. I cannot wait to find Strawberries owners 5 years from now and be like, can I just get a slice? I just want,
Wow.
I know this pig. Can you please give me a slice of strawberry?
Wow.
She is delicious.
What? Okay. Do pigs have a shelf life? Like, you know how athletes is like, okay, after you're 38, 40, so what is the shelf life?
For a racing pig,
Yeah.
for us specifically, like I said, 3 months. At 3 months, we have to sell them off.
Damn, that's a short ass career.
Yeah. No, imagine this, though, because you make it sound bad, but here's what happened, okay? They got drafted, essentially.
Yeah.
And then they worked for 3 months of their whole life, and now they work, well, they get to just live on the cushiest farms that are dedicated to helping them bang as many other pigs as they can.
Oh man.
And they get fat as hell up until the day that you become dinner. But up until
Wow.
then, you've got a great life.
Look, they should do like 30 for 30s on these pigs now, where they are now. Back in 1998.
30 is a long time for this. You might want to put that at like 10, maybe 15. At 30, the answer is you're in somebody's freezer every time. That's every episode.
I'm just telling
Turns
you.
out.
It would start out, back in 1998, there was the fastest pig around. They called him Thunder Lightning. Now he's retired. You interview him and shit. I mean, he's dinner now, but before that, you interview him. Damn, 3 months. It's a fucked up career.
Once they're 3 months old, they're too big for me to push around, is essentially what's happening.
Oh, they become teenagers, bullies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
See, I got to put it in parenting thoughts. Now that makes sense. Like, get your grown ass out the house.
You do, like, there is, okay, so like there was always a Strawberry, and there is always a Soapy Smith. The other pigs' names get switched up to however you're feeling like spicing up the show, honestly. As long as you can make it make sense with the rest of the flow of the show, and it's family friendly.
Okay.
He's like, please try other things. I want to see the more laughs you can get, the better.
So, what I want you to do, if you do go out next season, one pig, Hyjinx. We just need a Hyjinx.
Well, what we need to do is find some way to morph that into a pig name, right?
Okay,
because
we'll think about
instead
that.
of Shakira, we have a Porkira.
Okay. Okay, I got to think. Hyjinx? I'm gonna think about it. If y'all have any suggestions out there, hit us up because I'm gonna name a pig. I don't even eat pork, but I'm gonna name a pig.
Well, there was Yukon because we've got the Alaskan team and then the international team. So for the international team, number 7 is Porkira. Number 8 is Luke Skyporker. Let's see. Number 5.
Luke Skyporker. Luke
Skyporker. Yeah. And that's just this year, you know. I've apparently forgotten the other fun ones. That's fine. The Strawberry was number 5, and then who does that put? 5. Number 6 is Bob.
But you can use Bob, but we can't use Hyjinx.
Well, because we play it off of how wild and extravagant the other names are, and then we say he's like a star quarterback. He's a kung fu master. Stars in the 2 movies Pork Chop and Pork Chop 2. All the fixins.
Not Pork Chop and Pork Chop 2, all the fixins.
Yeah, they have a great writing team. I'll say that. They go over the script every year and try and make it better. I appreciate the work that they do.
That sounds amazing, man. That sounds like a lot of fun too.
It is weird to find a job that you feel like you're made for. Or at least trained since about age 5, 4, right?
See?
Because when I was 6 is the first time my dad brought me into the garage and was like, "Hey, I can't fix the furnace. Can you?"
Hey, your dream job is out there, ladies and gentlemen. That tells you, you know what I'm saying? So, uh,
And like towards the end of the season, I was about to do an interview with John Deere for
Wow.
the All Alaskan Raising Pigs, and our water pump broke, and so I have to call Bart and be like, "Hey, what's protocol for this, honestly?" And he's like, "Well, there's an app near you. This is the part you need. You're gonna clip that off and replace it. I feel like you've got this," and hangs up. And like that was it. And then it turned out he was right too, because I just went, "Yeah, no, I know where these pipes go. I'll just put some PVC joints on this, clip these, replace them when I put it back on, make sure I don't electrocute myself in the process. It's fine."
nah, I would have been at somebody's garage. I ain't even gonna try. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have tried. I'd been somewhere and they would have overcharged me, but I would have paid for it. But I'm not. It's not that I'm not handy. I'm just a little lazy, and I don't want to lose no screws or nothing, and get frustrated and just like, you know what? Sell the whole car. Sell it. Fuck it. Sell the whole goddamn thing. Sell it. All right. Now it's time for my 3 questions. I like to ask. I switched them up a little bit, but I'm gonna ask you. I believe they're in order as they're gonna show up.
We'll find
Yeah.
out.
All right. So my first one. Now, you're a comedian. You've been doing it for a while.
A bit.
You know, yeah. You know, you've been around the block a couple times. I know. I've worked with you. So I want to ask you, if you could have a Mount Rushmore of comedy, who is on your Mount Rushmore of comedy?
I should have let you tell me these things before.
See, I like this. Now you got to give me your honest answers.
Yeah, well, I was always gonna hate the way I did it, so that's just how I am. Unfortunately wired. Let's see. Yeah, at least this way it's funny, you know. I mean, okay.
That's a tough one.
I definitely. Do I really feel that? Yes, I believe that Mike Birbiglia deserves to be on that.
Okay.
For storytelling purposes.
Okay.
Right. So then, because in my brain things have to fall into categories, right? So we've got a storyteller. Who's my one-liner? I guess I don't really know many one-liner comics. I guess Anthony no, I don't want him on it.
Not that face.
We'll find
no.
somebody else for this spot. That's fine. George Carlin has to be up there.
Okay.
Because whoever your political person, I would, nope. I was gonna say possibly Jon Stewart for the same spot, but I just don't think that it hits the same way, right? Because you had that philosopher aspect to it.
Right.
George Carlin made fun of everybody.
Everything. Okay.
Whereas Jon Stewart has a career that is solely based on leaning specifically one way, which causes you to ignore the faults in your own agenda.
See? Okay. Nobody broke it down like that before. You see this? This is hard hitting shit right here. You don't hear comedians actually talk like this a lot. So that's beautiful. Okay, that's 2. Was that 2 or 3?
We're at 2 so far.
Okay.
Now, this one's hard because in my head, and you will have already noticed that all of mine are white dudes, and I'm sorry. That's just, I am a white dude, and that's what I had.
This is your opinion. Nobody's judging. That is fine.
Now, this one's hard because I feel like you need a character person here. Right?
Okay.
Now, for me, is that either Jim Carrey or is that Robin Williams?
Oh my gosh, that's tough.
Right?
Yeah, I would have to go Jim Carrey also.
We're saying for stand-up comedy purposes, then I think I have to give it to Robin Williams.
Okay, for stand-up comedy, that's fair. Okay,
Right?
that's
because
fair.
if we're going movies, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective is one of the first things that really made me feel joy.
Right.
I quoted that shit annoyingly. It was bad.
I love that movie. That's actually a good movie.
Yes, they see us.
Yes. One more.
Maybe one-liners don't matter that much. Fuck it.
There you go.
Honestly,
See, and I gave him the choice of having the questions beforehand. I did.
Look, as long as I do this out loud, it's at least funny and that's fun. You just gotta sometimes say the words out loud.
Okay, that's
Because I will start spinning in here and then I'll forget that this is supposed to be happening.
Okay.
So if I go silent, just say out loud, Chris. It's fine.
No, you
Ooh. I almost want to give it to Taylor Tomlinson, but she's so like I feel like she's new to the scene, and so I don't know that a Rushmore position is appropriate, right?
Okay.
But then,
But these are your choices. You don't have to give a reason why or why not.
no, Jinx, everything has to be perfect. Do you
Okay.
not?
Excuse me.
I was raised poorly. Do you not understand?
Excuse me. My bad. My bad.
I have to be a perfect being.
Take your time. Think about it.
Right, we're gonna be here forever, Jinx. I'm pretty sure there's at least some kind of time to this. You know what? I think she deserves it. Wanda Sykes.
Oh, now that was a good one. Yes. Okay. Unexpected and very good. I will say that. I like that. Okay. Next question is play your role. What sitcom or movie franchise would you like to be a part of? This is a new question. I've never asked this.
This one's
before.
hard. Oh man. Okay, so here's the thing. My immediate thought is that being in the Spider-Man portion of the MCU universe specifically would let me meet Tom Holland, and he's a pretty sick dude.
Okay.
I like his very wholesome vibe, and the fact that he seems to take no shit when required.
Okay.
And I appreciate both of those things about that man.
So Marvel. So or just the
We're
Spider-Man franchise.
We're talking out loud, right?
Okay. Take your time. My fault.
We're exploring
My fault.
avenues here.
My fault. My bad.
We are spitballing. No, easy answer. MIB. I want to be in the MIB universe.
Okay.
I would be sick as an agent. Are you kidding me?
That's an unexpected one. I'm not gonna lie. That one caught me off guard, but that's actually a good one. Men in Black. That's actually okay. That's a good franchise.
I'm gonna cut out the part 2 years, but like,
but everything else, I'll rock with it.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Last question.
Right.
What's it? I don't know. Honestly, if I could be a part of a franchise, it would be Fast and the Furious.
Okay. I like that.
Like I would love to get by, just jumping from building to building, jumping over the moon, coming back, going underground, jumping over a helicopter, then land on the back of a plane as I do backwards, as I smoke a blunt. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's me, Fast and the Furious.
Jinx, what I'm hearing is that what you want to do is be a director for the first stoner action movie.
That's what
I'm
it is.
hearing.
That's what it is.
Stoner buddy action comedy right there.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. All right.
I think.
Came up with an idea. Oh God.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I'm just listening to what's in your heart, Jinx.
This okay. For everybody watching this, that is proof of conception. All right. So don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching y'all at home. Somehow I am. I'm watching y'all. All right. Last question. It's let's hit the road. If you could go on tour and you could take an host, an opener, a feature, and you're the headliner, who would you bring with you? Any comic, dead or alive? This is always one of the tough ones.
Right. I don't even have an out loud yet for this.
Yeah, this is always the question that gets them. Like when I ask other comedians this is the one they be like, oh god damn,
Here's why it is hard for me specifically is because in my head, if I'm on the road with people, I am not the headliner.
You just said go on tour with, so it doesn't make you.
But I said you're the headliner. You don't have
Right.
to be the headliner. Okay, pick your lineup and put yourself where you would put yourself.
I mean, in my opinion, I'm the host.
Okay, bam. All right, you're the host.
That's
So who's your opener, feature, and headliner?
okay. Now this gets easier, but we're still spinning. It's fine.
Okay, take your
Apple
time.
loading screen.
Spin.
Okay, okay. I know I want AC O'Neil to be there. The question is, where does AC O'Neil fit?
That's a good pick. He's been on the episode before. Go check out Potter Portland with AC O'Neil. We smoked a big ass joint. It was an amazing show.
That does sound like AC, yes.
Yeah, amazing show. Amazing show. AC O'Neil, where would you put him at? Opener,
I
feature,
think-
headliner.
I think AC has to be an opener.
Okay.
For this. I mean, the energy he brings when he decides to kick over 7 stools that I have to clean up
Totally
is
agree.
a whole.
Totally agree. If you've never seen AC perform, yeah, his energy is amazing.
Like we literally had a show where 15 minutes before the show, me and him were in the back alley of the bar, duct taping stools to his body for him to hobble his way up onto the stage because we forgot how knees work.
Yeah.
Right?
So creative. Just creative.
I love that man. So yeah, I think he's the opener.
Okay. Feature, headliner.
I would have you as feature.
I take that. Yes, thank you. I got a hot 20 right now.
And
do
then here's the thing, just because my start to comedy was being able to word for word recite Christopher Titus's Norman Rockwell is bleeding.
Uh-huh.
Like I could do that full hour inflections. Like I sounded exactly like him. And I could do that for like 10 years. I can't anymore. But I had that on a CD. I burned that CD and just I had that going all the time. So I would have him as my headliner just so I can work with him.
Wow, that's a dope lineup. That's an amazing lineup. Like you can't I'm honored to be a part of it. Yeah, I'd go pay to see it, and I'm in it, and I'd still pay to see it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness.
So who's yours?
If I could go, oh my gosh,
People don't turn this around on you every time.
no, they don't.
Never. This is the first time.
Yeah.
Ha! Cheers to me.
You had different questions, so that's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Your
So
role is new.
I'm like you. I would be the host.
Right?
I would definitely be the host.
Yeah, we have
I'll be the
control
host.
issues. That's what that is. folks.
My opener to come out strong, I would have Now's Absent
Hell yeah.
as my opener.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To bring it.
Hell yeah.
As my feature, I would bring my girl D-Lo.
I love D-Lo. Shout out to D-Lo.
D-Lo, I would bring D-Lo as my feature. And my headliner, someone that I'm starting to really fall in love with in comedy, Ali Sadiq. I would let him headline the show because I'm just a huge fan of his storytelling style and how he just pulls you into his story. I'm like, yo, yeah. But that would be it. I would definitely host.
Yeah.
I would have to host. I would definitely host. Cause people don't understand. Host is
I don't trust somebody else to host my show. I
Yeah.
can't. Like I said earlier, we have control issues. That's what this is.
that part.
Also, that a lot of people fuck this up.
Yeah,
Because you can
that
do it
part.
easily, and
Yeah.
please stop doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. People think hosting is just hosting is timing, being able to keep the room at a certain level every time you go out there and making,
While you're wrangling comics.
right. And at the same time, yeah, so hosting is hard. Well, oh my gosh. Well, that has been our episode of House of Hyjinx podcast. Thank you so much for coming down here to Dirty Angel Studio. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This episode was amazing. Such a wonderful guy. Like, there's so much more we could have went into, but it's only a 30-minute podcast. Like, gonna have to stretch it out. But thanks everybody so much for tuning in. As always, we'll be back to do this again probably in a week, and check out who we're talking to. Remember, the House of Hyjinx podcast. I'm talking to people you know or people you should know. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night. Peace.